Okay, guys, I woke up with a song Synchronicity, okay? And the song is by Daniel Powder, Love You Lately. I woke up singing it. I don't even know the song. I swear to you, I don't even know the song. But I woke up and I was like, I'm the one that loves you. I don't even know who sang it. It says here 2005. The year 2005 could be really significant. But I've been waiting to do this reading all day. As you guys know, the summer schedule is crazy, right? The kiddos at home, and we spend all day together doing all kinds of things. So that's why the readings have been really late lately, and it's okay. I'm all right with that, you know? My kid's not going to be a kid forever, and I got to make sure I enjoy that time. But it was crazy, guys. Like, I woke up singing it, and I was like, damn, I can't wait to do this reading later, because I was, like, dissecting the lyrics, and like, I don't know, you guys could check out the lyrics yourself. You could listen to the song, maybe you know the song, but the vibe I'm getting out of it is like where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna run? And this is for you, divine feminines, because when I think of the divine masculines here, I am feeling this undying loyalty to you. I think the undying love card came up in yesterday's reading, representing the divine feminine's energy. But I feel that from your divine masculines, it's like lately, they're just loving on you. They love you. You're the one. You guys have come to the end of your journey. Somebody's run out of gas. There's nowhere else to go. And maybe you guys have been at a distance for some time, but I feel like, damn, my boy has been diligently trying to get back into your energy or space, and he's been really patient with this whole like wall up that you have. So let's dig into the cards here and we'll see what's been going on between you two, okay? But he wants you to know, like, I love you lately, right? Like, did you forget about us? Like, do you remember when we would laugh and smile and do all these things together? We haven't been in that place in a really long time. Okay, like somebody's maybe trying to get you to remember or awaken to the connection again. I'm thinking about that card in this deck. You know, the remember and awaken with the hand reaching out. That's what I feel like, you know, your divine masculines could be trying to signal to you. What's in their heart space for you right now? Okay, so calling in your... ring, ring, ring. All right, calling in your soulmate. Many of you could be getting a lot of these sweet song synchronicities again. And I feel like you could be kind of smirking, rolling your eye. But now is the time for them to maybe court you in the right ways. Like, I do see like this beautiful, genuine friendship blooming. It's like, you know, when you're wanting someone to just get away, but they can't help but pursue you, and you've got a serious face and they just want to make you smile. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. They keep visualizing you two either together. This honeymoon card represents that song perfectly. You know, do you remember that time, you know, when we would smile? I think they're reminiscing about a time where things were just easier between you two. But I feel like your eyes are open, divine feminine. I'm also getting the clarity card for you. It's like you've outgrown old parts of yourself that were willing to tolerate certain things. Many of you might feel like that. Like, just in general, there is just so very little that you're willing to tolerate. And in turn, you're okay with that. You okay with that. You okay with being by yourself, okay? You're in this place of like, I'm okay with being sovereign, or with the animals, or with the trees, or with my plants. Because you're in this zone of like, no humans allowed type of thing, right? So somebody feels like they're going to court you extraordinarily. That's what I feel too through the honeymoon card here, with just romantic dates, like just anything to get a reaction out of you, to make your heart melt. Like, this reconciliation energy is coming in hardcore from your divine masculines, okay? Undying love, undying loyalty. Like, baby, I'll do whatever you want. Like, just pick up the phone and call me back. Pick up the phone and call me back, okay? But yeah, you're in your own world. Let's see what's going on with you, divine feminines. What do you have going on? Because they are loving on you. I'm the one that loves you lately. Look at that. We have the twin flame card. I feel like you're busy pouring into yourself, so much to the point where there is like a fence around you. You also have guard dogs. You know, you're in your own zone. Someone's asking you to make room or move over, make space for me in your life again. Yeah, I'm the one that loves you lately. Don't dismiss me, or don't act like you don't know we're twin flames. Okay, trust in divine time. I feel like this is their divine timing. You know, maybe part of it as well is just seeing how much patience they really do have. You'll know, divine feminine, you'll know intuitively, when is the right time to let that guard down or let that wall down. Okay, I feel like the universe is giving them a run for their money right now. And for many of them, literally, because I feel like not even money is an issue here, right? It's more of just their character. And this is about resilience and patience and like really owning up to, I feel like from the past. They're sitting in a lot of regret. The distance between you two right now, it's forcing them to just clean up a lot of things. A lot of things, now they understand. Okay, now they understand. I do feel too, like with this regret energy, a lot of them could be really, again, closely looking at themselves. I see like a magnifying glass. I see many of them studying their behaviors, their ways. Like if they are struggling with like certain things like addiction or just anything having to do with like keeping them in a lower vibration. I feel like that's addiction all around because it does exist, whether it is through, you know, like with social media, it could be addiction to relationships, addiction to, you know, sex, all kinds of different things. I feel like whatever it is they have to work on or heal about themselves, they may be devoted to doing that or to healing that or to fixing that in some way. That's why I feel like a lot of patience here is required. And if patience is required to be in your space again, I feel like before they even court you, somebody needs to get stable within themselves first. Okay, I'm getting a lot of energy around like health, mental health, especially for the divine masculine collective. Like I'm seeing maybe even like anger management. Some of them could be learning how to manage their finances. Again, anything to do with like addictive behaviors, I really do see them trying their best to even professionally address this, because like what I'm typically feeling is that they have struggled with these things for a really long time, but for whoever this divine masculine energy is, like I'm seeing that like, you know, men don't need therapy, right? Men don't do things like that. We don't reach out for help. Okay, we just deal with that shit on our own. But I feel like whoever this is, like it's like some kind of healing is happening within them where they're willing to be vulnerable. Okay, they're willing to be vulnerable and get help, because this whole twin flame thing, yeah, no, it's not your average problem. It ain't your, you know, average kind of emotional crisis that you deal with. This is like, you know, life-changing World Series kind of stuff, baby. Okay, and like I've said in many readings, right, like these twin flame connections, these, especially like when you have you know, like the breakdown of other relationships going on in the mix of these things as well, it really does disrupt not only, you know, like you would think, okay, relationship, let me just put this aside. No, usually in these connections, it's like the love between you two is so strong. It's like it takes over everything, you know. It's an addiction in itself. Okay, it just takes over everything, where you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't do anything without this person, so much to the point where it forces you to look at yourself and address yourself. Okay, you know what, I can't keep hitting rock bottom like this. Something needs to give, something needs to change. Okay, so again, a lot of you who have been like in separation, I feel like you guys are at the end of your road with this whole push and pull back and forth thing, and it's now a time of surrender for the divine masculines. What kind of life lessons are they currently up against? Okay, so we have alchemy, and then we also have the divine feminine's energy coming out. So I do feel like a lot of balance with this as well, because alchemy is coming up because I feel like emotionally they're having a hard time with this. Emotionally, because with the regret card, I feel like all they want to do is reach out and make things right, but the only way that they can make things right now is to continue to build their foundation or to get healthy. It's like their need to want to communicate with you or prove this whole twin flame thing right now, this whole twin flame connection, this strong connection between you two. They're trying their very best to get on board, like show you, okay, no, now I know what you're talking about. But, you know, ironically, it's happening in a way where you don't care. I simply don't care. Because you know what happens when you have that epiphany of the journey, divine feminines. It's something where it's like no one can really assist you or help you to heal a lot of your past energies. You have to literally rebuild this foundation all on your own. And a lot of the times that's why it seems now like the divine feminine's running. When that's how it appears, I feel, for whoever this divine masculine is, but it's not that you're running divine feminines. I feel like you are just purposely being like kept at a distance because this is their leg of the race. Why is that significant? Okay, I'm just going to take one. Okay, so we have lie, poison, fertility as well with the snake energy. Okay, and also too with the snake, I always get protection. I feel like you are being protected from whatever karmic messes they have to clean up right now. Like, you know, even going back to the song Love You Lately, they just want things to go back to the way that it was. And I feel like that's what they can't escape because you're no longer the same person. You're no longer the person back then who would just, you know, smile and tolerate anything on the journey for the name, for this sake, right? It's like bypass a lot of maybe like your own intuition. Certain things weren't panning out. They weren't right. And sometimes when things didn't feel right, it meant separation. But many of you held up to that. You're like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If it's going to cause a separation because I have to stand in my power, speak my truth about something, this doesn't feel right, I don't want to do it this way, then okay, I'm okay with that. And a lot of you in the divine feminine energy, you did that. Okay, so now somebody has to realize that, you know, they may have to venture off, I feel like, on their own, like, correcting karma path, and they're just going to have to trust the path. That's what's hard right now because they have no idea. I feel like we're going to have to do a part 2 here because they're so worried about what it is you're up to. It's like, do a deep dive into the divine feminine. Is anybody around her? What's going on with their current feelings towards you right now? When they think of you, divine feminines. Okay, financial issues, career. Some of you could work together. You could be very focused on your career. Okay, you're loving on yourself first. Okay, that's where this wall is coming up, divine feminines. You've taken back control of your life in some way, and I feel like for a lot of you, this could look like complete independence. You won't give this a second chance, or you're not looking back at someone. You're not opening up any doors or windows. I feel like no matter how hard they try, that's why the universe could be kicking their ass. In yesterday's reading, I talked about ascension symptoms kicking their ass. You're in a really good place right now, divine feminines. I feel like you're fully in control, and it's your self-respect. Like, it's the fact that you actually are not allowing empathy or, you know, sympathy for your divine masculines or the sake of being connected. I feel like the cycle is done, and when they are ready to communicate, when they're ready to communicate and when you're ready to receive communication or in that place to receive it and reciprocate communication, it's going to be because there is some kind of, you know, completed karmic cycle, not while they're actually going through the thick of it, if that makes sense. Sorry if I rambled in this one, guys, okay? If you enjoy these reads, make sure you check out the memberships as well. I've got a whole other library there for you guys to enjoy with a little bit of tidbits from my own journey. And if you guys would like a personal session, reach me over at hipsy.com. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next check-in. Bye, guys.